Hey guys, listen. Look, we are back. I was so excited. Happy Thursday. I know that our full moon in Sag kind of peaked. We had like a very early full moon, like early AM hours. Type of deal. Look, I got so excited that I was coming back to the altar today, child. I don't have no light. Wait, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Just kidding. I need to refresh. We're working with my little soy babies. You know what, though? Let's dress them together. Come on in the room. Let me get my drink, too. I might adjust this light. I do love... Y'all, I love the energy, like the energy of the natural light on the altar. But I don't just love how it washes out, you know? I love for you guys to really connect with the images of the card. Hold on, child. Let me get my electrolytes. Let me get my water. Listen, we all look, we are neurodivergent gang. We always got like, what is your hydration of choice? You know, you got about 2 or 3. Don't lie, you got like basic, hopefully good quality, impressive pH type water. Excuse me. Hopefully we got some kind of electrolyte, some kind of, it's giving vitamin, it's giving nutrients. And then we ain't gonna talk about our caffeine, but you know, cheers, shout out, gang. Hey, maybe you're doing a little bit of all that in 1 cup too. I love that for you, but we always gonna hydrate over here. It's a Virgo ruled year, so we are thinking about our health in many ways, but ultimately, you know, the divine source of your sovereignty, your light, your energetic currency, and your power that is connected to all of the I am. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to be embodied in your physical vessel, which is also a temple, just like your altar is, just like your house is. So yes, while we keep coming back and touching base with the Virgo energy. And I love that for us. We need it to make sure these foundations for these divine inheritance we're bringing in are solid. You know what I'm saying? I know that if you came over here, thank you so much. If you did, please click subscribe. Please click like if you receive active, I don't know, you know, activations, encouragement. If you resonate, please comment. The algorithms and the powers of the algorithms, right? And the divine source that is connecting us with our soul family through the algorithm. Okay, look, it's Pluto and Aquarius. You know what I mean? We got to disperse the energy. We got to mingle. Click like. That is a free way to say, hey, thank you for being here. I enjoyed the message. I received something from it. I want to be a part of your Aquarius soul family, astrological, witchy, nature, energy. What else? We psychology, quantum. This all what we do over here. You know what I mean? Also very sabbatical, very wheel of the year, all the things. So come in, sit down. Thank you for being here. You know, I've been talking about this altar. Let's pick, what's the oil spirit? You know, I had been talking about, I brought the essential oil deck and the angel numbers too. I have been talking about all the citrus oils. I had mentioned like I'm doing like an orange blossom tea. I'm doing kind of the 3 centers is where I'm sitting. Basically heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral. Oh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I have not sat at this window and did readings in so long. And if you take it back to last Virgo season... Remember, I was like, Virgo is Virgoing so hard, and the townhouse went through all these changes, and it was a very unexpected move, and it was like, basically to just go like a block. Ciao. But look, the beautiful backdrop. Lo and behold, we didn't know that the crazy once in a 1,000-year storm was about to drop on us. But listen, shout out to these cedar trees and these junipers out here. They held guard. I was so worried about them. Their roots tipped backwards. The trees are my family, y'all. Look, you know how we love to start with a good ADD, story time. What are we lighting? What are we smudging? What are we dressing? Right? Oh, but yeah, I've been working with the citrus. And that makes sense because here we are in the wake of the full moon in Sagittarius with a grand fire trine. And we keep coming back around to how Mars is encouraging you to juice the last bits of Mars working in this Leo, divine inspiration, childlike creativity, all these things, right? Take this gush, take this. I'm seeing a dragon breathing a big breath of fire. So we're going to take that. But it makes sense that I've been working with so much citrus energy. So with that being said, what I have close by is some lemon oil. Ooh, we do love a good lemon. So, what would you say? Ooh, sure, we love it so much. Let's just spill it everywhere. Great. So what we're doing, simple and easy, energetic, magical work 101. Okay. I'm just dressing a votive. Just a little, I always go clockwise because that is an invocation movement and not a banishing movement. So I always go clockwise, just the little things you do, right? All right, so we have our lemon oil. I have stones back here where I'll actually drip oil. Like this came from the ocean. I'll give essential oil offerings to my statues too. So just, that's how we do. What else do I want to, child, while we're here? Oh, you know what? As a side note, this interesting. I mean, it is. This energy is really good to work with. So this is, I make, powders, like kind of like a white or a black salt. This is obviously what I would put in the category of my white salts. But this is a road opener powder. Road opening energy is really, really good work to do with any strong Sagittarius, especially fire, to open roads, whether it's career, magic, manifestation, relationship, whatever it is that you're working on. So I've basically, now these candles are what we call set, okay? Fixed. A lot of people will say fixed too, yeah, like you're going to purchase a fixed candle from someone. Obviously, you're also compensating for their beautiful energy and spirit and Reiki and time and all of the zhuzh they put into it also fixes or sets a candle. But when you dress it, so see, now these intentions are like fixed and set. So we have set our candles down. It's beautiful road opening energy. Look, I ain't even gonna lie to you with all this, this grand fire trine and this Sagittarius. Imagine the archer. Imagine the centaur. Imagine I'm seeing Diana. You know that very popular image and she's like shooting a bow and arrow. And there's like this big, it's a very gilded vibe. And she's shooting the arrow. Okay, right? Sagittarius vibes. Clearing your path, removing obstacles. You can even banish if you don't. I personally really don't do banishing work at a full moon, but hey, it's a juicy, I mean, it's like a, what do you call, like a fire flamethrower? Yeah. It's flamethrower energy up in here, okay? So if you really need to just something out, I mean, you could, and it's your path. That means you can do whatever you want, or if you're just in meditation or just doing energetic work, remember that this is filled with fire. So, what else we want to do? I was going to pull this window shade down a little bit, but like, we're just into it now. Love and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I do want something to smudge with though. This energy, ooh, child, this energy is so intense. What do we have close by? Hold on, guys. I have a towel on my head. Let me take this towel off. I'm going to grab my Palo Santo. It's not that. I mean, I think it looks more hazy from my perspective because of the angle, but hopefully it's not too. We about to make sure she clean, okay? Let's get some Palo Santo and smudge. Mother Goddess, Father God, Divine Source energy that runs through and connects all things. We're always holding space for messages, energetic activations, visuals, confirmations that are in support of the highest and best good and harming none. That's the energy. That's the space we hold over here. Okay. We are always setting intentions for health, wealth, abundance, prosperity, manifestation, growth, self-awareness, expansion. Ooh, look, what was the mantra? Was it in the Ritual Society group? I love Ritual. You know, I will go on about it. Spelled with a W, and it is a tarot journal series, but they have a beautiful community with lots of resources. Check it out if you resonate. But how did we? I don't know how we got to this mantra, but I thought the mantra here. Get you some Palo Santo. And then I forgot to, because we're back at the altar, I was going to do a bell cleanse. So if you have in earbuds, it's just a noise warning. If you want to turn down your volume, or if you're sensitive to that, I'm going to ring the bells, okay? Yes. So yeah, what's up, altar space? What is up? The mantra was, I am safe to expand, because we are checking in. Like I said, 24 hours, that peak full moon energy. And then I'm in my own personal practice, like for me, it's going to be 24 hours leading up to, and also 24 hours after. But you and I all know, we know that the way that energy plays out in your field is going to be, I'm smudging with rosemary, by the way. That's going to be unique to your own individual journey. You know what I'm saying? So how you experience how a full moon and the energetics of the collective right now roll out, it's going to be unique to you. But we're about a little over 24 hours out of that energy rolling out. And essentially, I'm sure you've heard a lot, or you will hear. Are you going to hear it today? Okay. Mutual reception. Okay. So we have a full moon in Sagittarius, interacting with this beautiful, lovely, I think we all need, I'm so glad for Jupiter and Cancer in the collective. And that's rare. You'll hear me. Cancer, it's a beautiful energy when I study and learn about it. But when I walk it out in my life and through my own natal chart and just the soul contract I agreed to have, right? In this incarnation, Cancerian energy is tough for me. Plus, I have a lot of divine feminine woundings. Love and light, child. We all got contracts. We gonna work it out. I have mine. We all have them, you know. Water energy. I know, you're like, you're the water bearer, though. It's complicated. You know what I'm saying? It's complicated. But this Jupiter and Cancer energy feels so good. And what happens is this beautiful full moon, right? Everybody is linking up. And it's like, hey, bestie, right? Jupiter rules Sagittarius. The moon is ruled and is at home in the Cancerian energy. So everyone feels really good. The mantra that kept coming up, like I said, is I am safe to expand. Excuse me. And it is this energy. We have a grand fire trine, right? We have a lot of Aries on the board. I didn't choose to print a chart. I really just wanted us to enjoy the altar space. Can we just, like, I haven't sat here. I'll do other readings here, but I just haven't been doing collective readings here. And I love it for us that actually in my own private groups and my personal connections and collabs and events and study, all the things we do in these other groups, we did like a bunch of these abundance rituals. I know I've made some shorts and shared some pictures. I'm really glad that we were able to use this beautiful space. And even in my own personal work. So like, I'm thankful, and it's fine. You know, she said, I need a little breathing time. I need a little private time. She sees a lot. She blesses every tool that I make. So, you know, your girl at the altar over here with my matron goddess Bridget, she need a little break. Okay. I haven't even, it's so wild. I've been taking a break from candles too. So it's okay. Sometimes you need to shift. And I think Sagittarius full moon is actually a great energy to consider. It does not, you know what? Taking a break, just piggybacking off that, taking a break from things doesn't mean you'll never come back to them, or going in a new creative avenue, or creatively feeling that your energy is going to expand in another cycle or somewhere else for a while. It's okay. So that's all right. I'm just thinking about how bad I felt, and that's not a good indicator, right? How bad I felt. I was like, I need a break from creating for a while, but I mean, and so you have to take good care of yourself. Plus, again, Virgo year, what does your body need? What does your mind and spirit need? Maybe your house needs attention. Maybe you're cleaning up. Or a detox purification type of attention. So it's actually okay. I think the full moon in Sagittarius with this beautiful influence of Jupiter and Cancer is really saying it's good for you to expand in the ways that you find emotional nourishment. I've been talking about, I love that Venus is in Taurus right now. I love that we have this beautiful energy of Mercury in Cancer. It's so big on make it really simple. Check in with yourself. Find mindfulness and presence in your daily routine. And then this full moon in Sag is like, Spirit is wanting you to really see some truths, but it's really giving. And I think it sits really well with the Hermit and the Lamp and the Sag and the Truth and Galactic Center and all these things that draw you upward in alignment. It's like, are you looking for a truth? Okay, well, you might be surprised that you find that truth in your own healing, or that you're not going to find that truth in, okay, shout out. It's a grand fire trine, right? It's a moon in Sag. Not to mention, child, literally we have the backdrop of Saturn and Neptune, but it's very like on the shadow side of fire, bulls on parade outside. Okay, Pluto and Aquarius. It's just the nature of it. And some of that will play out. It's natural to push the energies, to close the timelines, to birth the new, etc. We've talked about this. But what I'm telling you is come back down to embodiment, recenter into your heart space and say, where am I? And then think about where you're expanding, where you're emotionally healing. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I've really been like emotionally healing for a fucking like decade. And I feel that, okay. Maybe for you, it's more of a shift of like, where do I need to nourish myself? Or maybe the Sagittarius energy finds you with the other fire energy, with the other Leo, with the other Mars, with the Aries. You may say, yeah, I've been really passionate about like healing and growing and alchemizing. Maybe I want an adventure. Maybe like I need some magic, and maybe there's an adventure or an unexpected route that you take, or the way the energy is trickling down into your field right now and inspiring you on new paths. Where's the adventure? Where's the joyfulness? Is there a playful way you can approach it? Or maybe you're like, I've got some really big career goals right now. And to be honest with you, I don't go to my career to like have an adventure. I don't know, so, okay, I don't know. Maybe this is a specific message for someone, but Spirit's like, sometimes you have to reframe things. And actually, a lot of things that you are very fortunate you get to do, because mind you, a lot of people don't, especially right now. A career, that's awesome. There's something about like, what is the adventure that's unfurling before you? I feel like a lot of us are going to be setting our feet. I'm seeing feet walking. I heard these boots are made for walking. One of these days, those boots are gonna... Okay, maybe somebody's leaving someone behind. I feel that. That's the nature of the atmosphere that we're in this year anyway. Because when we get to next year and things really start even more so kicking up in momentum, yeah, I know your boots better be made for walking. I hope. Okay, but... I'm excited we are going to tap into the pre-Raphaelite Tarot. I know we've been working with angel numbers. I want to continue that. So let's open our message. Full moon in Sag, beautiful expansion. I can't lie to you. Truth revealed is just the natural territory of Sag energy. That's just the natural territory. Okay, so exposure, truth revealed, really sit with and understand, what does it mean to be in a full moon? It means that the sun is really brightly illuminating what would otherwise be a more dark night. And you look up and you see either in your subconscious or buried in the depths or something that wants to be released or something. So I'm hearing super clearly, something to be made known. Hold on. How many cards was that, Spirit, now? Oh, there was only one that flipped over. So we're going to take that. 444 I'm sorry. I said manifest it. Protection. Very beautiful. To be made known. And then all the cards come flying out and it's protection. That's very interesting. So it's not for something for you to worry about. Remember, we started this energetic check-in, this reading, this message with, I am safe to expand. So maybe this is just encouraging you that you're protected during this expansion, okay? But also we had accountability, abundance, and unconditional love. Okay. Very nice. I always have like different selections. This is what happened when I used to sit over here. I didn't have room, child, for everything. And I'm always like, where will I lay this? If you could see like over here, the pile of cards, your girl, it's like a pile. Okay. Let's read about 444 protection to get into it with the message for this full moon in Sag. Okay. Wow. Hard work and abundance mindset looks so amazing on you. You know, hear me out. I love this for us because the last like 2 or 3 rituals and group, all the work that we've been doing over here has been like manifestation of abundance and prosperity, like heavily, and removing any obstacles or blockages out of the way. Excuse me. So I love that. That's beautiful that this would come out. You've really been putting in the effort, laying that hard-won groundwork for amazing growth and abundance. Growth and abundance. Growth, expansion. These are themes we've already been talking about. The universe loves someone who vibrates at the frequency of gratitude. So clap yourself on the back and stick with it. You're on the right path to manifest your desires through hard work and intentionality. Your angels are watching over you, protecting you in your dreams. Yes. Yes, Sagittarius, Galactic Center. Jupiter in Cancer. Why does it give like Saturn in Aries is wanting you to take the new path and grow into this maturity, but also be excited about what this adventure means for you. And, you know, Jupiter in Cancer is giving very like a mother sitting with her children saying, let's learn the wisdom of the lesson that our emotions are teaching us right now. You know, like this is a vibe that it's giving. Upright, protection, capability, and determination. I love that. Hard work yielding amazing results. Okay. I don't know. I'm getting big career energy from this. So maybe somebody is listening is setting big career goals and this is a confirmation you're on the right path. 444. Or maybe your career has made a dramatic change. I'm not going to get on the soapbox again today about how I think it's an unhealthy weirdness, but I get it. Honestly, the astrology, it totally makes sense. Neptune and Aries, up in the head, up in the crown, but in the shadowed kind of way is like everybody thinks they're going to be a big spiritual guru. And child, look, I'm not even going to, and I don't claim to be one my damn self. I'm just over here sharing my path. We'll share our paths. We'll walk together, besties. Okay. It's just us walking together over here. Ain't nobody trying to claim to be, I mean, yes, I do call myself an astrologer and that's a title that I've studied really hard and many, many years of craft. But honestly, I'm just over here trying to be a better version of myself each day. I figure, hey, I like to talk. Let's do it together. But y'all watch out for them spiritual narcissists now. This Aries energy is real heavy in the collective, and so is the fire. Some people are not okay, Spirit is saying like, some people are not expanding from a healthy mental space. You know what I'm saying? We always have to remember, we gonna smudge on that. Spirit say that smudge. Some people are not. They're not. And they're not on a journey to find self-awareness. And we could debate. We can always have compassion from a distance, but that doesn't mean that. Just y'all be mindful. I was posting a message too. This was coming through so strong, and I was journaling about it. That's why I decided to share it. Be very mindful about where you give your attention. Ooh, I think Spirit's bringing it forth because this energy is so expansive right now. It's like you look in a direction, multiplicity, multiple. This is how I hear it. Multiplicity, rapid. The way the energy moves, the way that you manifest, the way that like you speak to someone and things are just like boom, boom, boom. And you're like, what just happened? Y'all, what is a crazy ass example? This makes me think. Be careful. What you speak, you're always spelling where you give your energetic currency. I know you better clean out your social media. Oh, somebody, y'all, we just need to be mindful. Be mindful of everything that you look at. Y'all, I can't get off on this today, okay? But Sagittarius is the philosophical, intellectual. Aquarius and Sagittarius will be besties. Ooh, we're the pair. Because we both get down on the fact that truth is truth. We are very intelligent. We are a very high vibrational frequency that's very galactic center, very cosmic, very alien, is where it is. Okay, so we back out and we take this panoramic perspective, and I think it's important to get this, okay? Honey, everything you see and ain't real. Child, I need you to come into Pluto and Aquarius, okay? You know, I have an Aquarius stellium, and a lot of times in our Aquarius collective, and I will dare grab hold of my Sag friends and put them in the same boat with us. We'll be like, y'all need to get on what we've been on, okay? And we don't say that in judgment or exalting ourselves above. It's just our brains are made to work that way, and sometimes people catch up with us, and they're like, shit, and you're like, girl, friend, he, she, them, they. We love everybody over here. Okay, friend, I've been trying to tell you, I need you to come on in the boat with me. I got a tinfoil hat for you. Okay. We don't need to swing. Spirit wants me to clarify. We don't need to swing into the shadow of that where you can't live your life. Okay, Spirit is showing me like, if tomorrow, why am I hearing that? I know why I'm hearing that song. Because it has to do with Flag Day and it has to do with a lot of stuff that's going on right now. But when I said, I heard, y'all, I'm sorry, it's just funny because it's like my childhood in the South. If tomorrow done it and I'm proud to I can't even sing the rest of the song, y'all. Shoo, love and light. That's all right, though. We're going to alchemize it. We're just a baby over here in this country. I'm just seeing a lot of stuff, and that song just triggered. But we're going to stay focused today, okay? I think Spirit is saying the earth is here. The Virgo, the earth, the tangible, the embodiment, the grounding is grounding in. We do have a lot of fire, I know. We also have a lot of earth and water collectively if you look at it right now. But I digress. The fire is popping because we're in a grand trine and it's going to ripple out for the rest of the week. Right? Probably to be honest with you know, the rest of Gemini season, the rest of the moon cycle, even as it wanes, it's going to be, because again, Saturn and Neptune in Aries is the backdrop of the collective astrology right now. The gatekeeper of Lord and karma of time. You know what I'm saying? Neptune, you get it. So I'm just saying be mindful because if somebody took all your social media, internet connection, boom, dropped out. Tomorrow is gone for a week. What are you going to return to? What's going to be real is what's in your community. I know I sound Aquarius as hell because we are all about the community, but that's what's going to be real. The trees outside your window. Make sure you have a good touch point on what is very tangible in your reality right in front of you. And you know, I will always tell you, whatever is stirring up in your heart that maybe came into your feed or you saw come across your TV, again, please, I can't reiterate enough, shadow energy of Pluto and Aquarius, shadow energy of even Sagittarius, shadow energy, tempers popping off, too much social media, too much watching things. Okay, child, go out. I'm gonna need you to go out and take a walk. Okay. Go onto your altar, go out and find some nice floral plant spirit energies to connect with and ask for their wisdom. Be mindful. Be mindful of what energy you consume and what consumes you, what you consume, vice versa. Now I'm seeing the temperance card and the water going back and forth. Listen, let me get back, okay? Reversed shadow caution energy would be cutting corners or skirting your work, downplaying. Ooh, let's none of us be downplaying ourselves right now. I heard, don't do that. Downplaying your capabilities, giving up without trying, doom and gloom mindset. Exactly. That's the shadow energy, right? A river of abundance flows through me. Okay, yes. A river of abundance flows through me. I am safe to expand. A river of abundance flows through me. Child, that might be the title of the video. I like that. Okay, if you know from OG days, this is one of my top time all favorite pre-Raphaelite tarot. When I was in my way more nomadic days and RV and all that living and the Airbnb. Anyway, look, this was my bestie. This and my rider die. Okay, I basically had like those two tarot decks and that's it, y'all. And we was on the adventures like the fool. I had like my bracelets in my bag. You know, I had some smudging oils, some stones. It was wild. It was good though. But yeah, the pre-Raphaelite tarot was very like Italian Renaissance. But the energy. I've been seeing a lot of peacocks, and I always notice there's peacocks on the back of this. But I was talking to someone in a reading the other day about that. Been doing a lot less readings in June though. I put that candle out. I just needed to recoup my energy. We had some health things going on, some health scares. All is well, though. Lots of people sent me well wishes for myself and my family, and I appreciate that. We are all good over here. Spirit, what is it that we need to see? Spirit, ancestors, and team. Always asking for messages that serve the highest and best good, harming none. Pre-Raphaelite, she got to warm up. Are we warming up? She said, yeah, you just have me over here. I keep her in the altar drawer because I like her to be close to my altar. She said, you got all these new decks. I know. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Here am I. Dusting in the drawer. I'm also trying to reorganize. You know, it's Virgo energy. I'm trying to get like a new shelf, and a lot of times I'm over there pulling charts. Child. Okay. And I've been studying some summer classes. Listen, she said, don't tell me, I don't even want to hear all that. I'm sorry. Okay. Rafi, don't be mad. Okay. And she is normally super chatty. Spirit, ancestors, and team. On the message of protection, on the message of a river of abundance flows through us. We are safe to expand. What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Okay. All right. You know, in this deck, I would always call this Slaying Dragons card. This is the Five of Swords. It's oftentimes associated with Archangel Michael. And I remember this reading one time that I did for a friend, and I don't even know, it was like one of my clients or friends that I've been reading for years and years and years, and it was like we kept pulling this card, and so we were, sorry, there's like 3 little bumblebees just buzzing around, they're just chilling. It's like a little bumblebee. Why does it make me think of the 3 of Pentacles? 3 little bumblebees. 3 little something something sitting in one fell off and dun dun dun. Why am I hearing that? It's like someone's trying to build something without you and it's crumbling down. I'm hearing maybe that's a message for someone. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. One fell off. Oh, is it monkeys jumping on the bed? Is that what we're humming? One fell off and bumped his head. Went to the doctor. Okay, is this like a health message? 3 bumblebees, 3 of Pentacles. Somebody bumped their head. Maybe somebody is struggling with their mental health due to work. I don't know. Maybe that's a message for someone. Where the heck The little bumblebees brought a message, probably trying to tell you to rest. I mean, why are we jumping on beds anyway? Let's be honest. Maybe someone's behavior is like, hey, it could be the fire. Now I'm hearing, she's a maniac, maniac on the and she's dun, 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 dun. That's what I'm hearing, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. I'm hearing like 80s. Now I'm seeing him dancing through the barn and foot. Y'all, look, did somebody maybe you got injured dancing? Maybe there's a message either someone needs to dance and be joyful. I'm, Sagittarius adventure, joyful, playfulness, all this fire energy could be passion, creative passions, 3 bumblebees, right? But there's something about someone's head, mental head, okay, I will say as a side note, though, when we have a lot of fire energy, especially with big amplification of an Aries backdrop like this, that's the head. Thank you, Spirit. That's the head. That's the crown. That's the blood circulation. That's inflammation. And it's a Virgo ruled year, too, so we're already paying attention to our health. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody is being warned of an injury or to check on your health. Love and light. I'm not a doctor. I do not diagnose anyone. You should consult with your personal practitioner. You know I got to say that. Okay, so I feel like this is the energy, but someone's in their head trying to slay the dragons, So what I was saying is me and my friend and my client, we kept getting this card for her, and we were reading about how there's some sort of celebration, and it's the slaying dragons. Is it a Welsh thing, y'all? Is that what I'm thinking about? The dragons? It's like a parade and everything. Anyway, I can't remember. But the whole story in this reading that I read out loud to her, this was like a couple years ago. Spirit is bringing it back very vividly, though, was that the person was teaching, whether you, subscribe to or resonate with Archangel Michael, maybe, hey, it is the year of the wood snake. Maybe for you, this is more of a draconic, like a dragon, snake, alchemical, transmutative type message. But the point is that you don't slay the dragons and then, whoa, they're all dead. Why am I thinking of How to Train Your Dragon? And there's like all these hawks out here in the trees. Spirit wants you to get perspective on something. I think, and it has to do with duality and balance, and that's so bad of me. I don't know. This is what's coming through. Like, the whole message was, you don't kill all the dragons. You tame them. They're still there. Have you ever seen that reel? Spirit is showing me, excuse me, the reel where it's like when you finally tamed your demons or something, and then they're walking behind him and he's like, come, and then they move on his command. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. Now, look, in general, 5 of Swords is like a mental conflict, or it can be something that's very challenging. This can be, it can be negative thought patterns. It can be self-limiting beliefs. There's something you're battling in the mind. This could also be someone in your company. I literally heard clearly, someone in your company who is causing the mental battle. But you know what I've always found fascinating? Now, I just keep going back to when we were examining this card together, and we were talking about, wow, isn't it crazy? Like, in the normal 5 of Swords, they're all mixed up, in the fight, like a Rider-Waite version, or either like, the guy standing there and he's got the swords, and the other guys are the people have been beat and they're walking off in the background. They've dropped their swords. So this is interesting because notice the men or the people have already run away, and yet the person is still fighting this battle with the 5 of Swords. Is it maybe, this could be a very, conquering your self-limiting beliefs. Duality, again, I'm seeing the Sagittarius Temperance card of alchemy and blending and walking the middle path and being mindful of where you extend your energy to and what's pulling too much on your energy. Maybe this is really a mental balance for you. Didn't this come up the other day? And I remember saying, isn't June mental health awareness? Hold on, y'all. I have like a spirit tree, and I'm noticing something's about to fall off of it. Let me fix it, y'all. You know that thing falls, about to scare the hell out of me. Hold on. I'll have to share it with you guys one day. It's kind of like I tie ribbons on it and things that come off candles, or there's all kinds of stuff. Gifts people give me, things I hang on. It's the willow from 2 years ago. She unfortunately didn't make it. I wanted to transplant her, but so I let her kind of petrify and dry out, and she's like a spirit tree now. Anyway. What was it that we just fixed? That's actually interesting. It's a charm off of the candle that was for the year of the snake. Huh. And look, it was sliding down the tree. It is the year of the snake charm. I took it off the candle because it was so pretty, and I hung it on the spirit tree. I have to show y'all now. Hold on. I know, girl. Hold on. Look, this is what was falling. Do you see it? Transmutation and alchemy are big messages right now. We're going to put it on the altar. Okay, so what else came? Because opening this was the protection energy. You know, what I'm getting is that the universe really wants to reciprocate all that you've put out and bring it back to you like a harvest, but you have to be open to receive it. I'm getting a seed being planted, generosity, but also being open to receive, coming back into the alignment, the ebb and the flow, the abundance of the universe with the Six of Pentacles here. 2 Pentacles. Remember here, we were talking about abundance flows through me like a river. 9 of Cups. Look, I feel you. Because look, I'm tired too. I really feel that. I like to have a gemstone to hold down my deck. Hold on. Look at this piece. I found this locally too. Look at this big chunky juicy quartz. I love it. Yeah, hold on. Let's go back real quick. Because there's something. I'm hearing finish what you started. Giving up without trying. I don't know. There's something about. I heard we almost made it. We almost made it. What do we have a deck to clarify over here? Hold on. We have light seers. Yes. Hey, girl. Hey. She said, dang, where you been? I'm kind of dusty. When I work over here a lot, I have like a side table where I'll put like the decks that I'm working with the most. It's kind of like my little side tarot table, which currently has drying snake skin, drying frog skin. Y'all, for real, this is my life every day. You don't look. Your girl literally got. Look. It's what it is over here, okay? Frog spirit for somebody. Amphibian, living between the water and the land. I heard alternative ways of breathing. I'm picking up on like a lot of abundance energy, but also a lot of health energy. Now I'm hearing health is wealth. Maybe someone has some breathing issues. I don't know. Be mindful about y'all's health this year for real. But there's something here about not giving up. You're in a more receptive flow than you realize, Spirit. Do we need to clarify? What do we need to see as clarification to these cards on the table? The 9 of Cups is, you know how I feel about all the 9s. They encourage you. Thank you. What? No, you didn't. Spirit said I already told you, but let me just make it clear. I've kept referencing the Temperance card. It's really important to rest and balance your energy, okay? You can, quality versus quantity. Quality versus quantity. Spirit is kind of saying to me, like, we keep saying it. And you guys, as a side note. Okay. That's a lot of cards. Ah. The Hierophant, the 10 of Swords, the Moon. The 7 of Wands, protecting your energy. I don't know. Ooh, I'm getting a lot from all these cards. It's like protect your energy, face your fears type of. It's another 9. Things happen in cycles. You can't just give up before the cycle has completed itself. It's not like you weren't given the seeds. That's what I heard. On top of all these cards was the Hierophant. Okay, maybe there are new skills you're learning. Maybe spiritual lessons that you're integrating. Whoa. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's not that your wishes can't be granted. I mean, you show up with a passion and a fervor for something. But again, at the end of the day, I keep getting pulled back to you. You can't just fucking, it's leaky energy. You can't give your energy. It's something about moderation, balance. I still am getting a lot of spiritual protection. Archangel Michael helping you. Wings here. The wings behind the Temperance card. The 444 protection. I don't know. You know what? It feels like something is pulling off your energy. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You don't ever have to force anything to fit or be your story. Okay? You got to know you. It's your path that you're walking at the end of the day. But if something or someone from the past or old versions, even of yourself, or like, for example, something's pulling on your energy. People are always like, it's my ex. And child, I'm going to tell you, it probably very well fucking could be. But sometimes, let me help you reframe too, so that we can grow together. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you hear that in energetic or divination or reading or whatever work, right? Something pulling on my energy. Child, sometimes it's you from the past. Talking about what happened to being comfortable. Where's that homeostasis that we loved? Why I don't want to work out. We've been doing this for 2 months. Oh, that's your past self. And sometimes you got to be like, hey, girl, I love you so much. Thank you so much. We got to release each other, though, because your girl, I'm growing into these other timelines, so I can't be still being pulled on by my past self. Okay, sometimes it's your past wounds and your trauma. Okay, just helping you reframe. Sometimes when something is pulling on your energy and you need to brush up on your spiritual hygiene and make sure you're doing your cleansing, maybe give some offerings to your ancestors, whatever your practice is, we could make a long list of practices, right? But I'm saying sometimes, you feel me, like if something is pulling on your energy, it can also be like, I left an old career behind and, okay, how do we back out of that? Spirit said, make it bigger. Nostalgia for things that you're no longer resonating with. It can be. It absolutely can be in a romantic way. And listen, I'll continue to encourage people. Yes, we're working in karmic lessons of the South Node in Virgo right now. We are. Okay, but still, we're not that far out. Just reminding you, we're not super far out from... What's on the bottom of the deck, child? Eight of Swords. And I pulled that. Yep. Eight of Swords is another self-limiting beliefs card. Child, now, what's under the Eight of Swords? The King of Wands. Ooh, there's so much creative potential. There's so much entrepreneurial or leadership potential. New career, new leader, going in a bold new direction. Mars and Leo energy. I heard we got to break up with that old self. It's a big energy. You can be safe to expand, but I'm seeing someone trying to, what? Okay, I see. At first it was weird. Spirit is showing me like you're walking in a grocery, child, we all done this. Okay, I got you, Spirit. Let's say you're in Target and you don't get a cart. But you want to shop for more things and you're full of gratitude and thankfulness and abundance flows through you like a river and you are safe to expand. So we expanded in the story, you know what I mean? That's great. I love that for us, that we are abundantly blessed because we blessed others. Our wishes can be granted. But you can't go shop for more if your hands are full. You know what I'm saying? You have to go get a cart. Okay, it's kind of like this. Or... I love that good old reference of you walking around with that backpack on your back, mad because you can't board the flight, and you're carrying everybody else's luggage in your backpack. Why are you doing that? We're not doing that. What you look like, trying to leap into your wishes. The Nine of Cups, that's a wish card. But you're carrying old timelines, old trauma. Now, we could sit here all day. I love you so much. And I know because I've been there. We could sit here all day. and be like, it was them, and and my toxic family, and my past, and I feel you. And sometimes we do that, and we do vent to each other when we unpack in safe spaces. I ain't knocking it. Sometimes we do need that. But ultimately, I want you to get to the root, and so does Sagittarius, the truth seeker, the one who's going to point you up like that archer. With the backdrop of Pluto and Aquarius, Aquarius wants you to be aligned like your North Star. We have all these things working really hard for us. But it's that you got to look up, okay? You got to free your arms of the past, okay? And a lot of that reduces down to your old codependencies, your old traumas, you got to look at yourself and be like, why aren't I letting these things go? You know, a lot of times when you listen to motivational speakers, this is a big Sag energy too, big mutually receptive, Jupiter, mothering, think of grandmother Willow, spiritual advising, wisdom, abundance, and expansion, very loving, nurturing energy, okay? But hey, Saturn is, let me just say as a side note real quick, Saturn is squaring Jupiter and kind of gut checking and saying, hey, I love all that you're doing. I love the buoyancy. I love the dreaminess. I love the optimism. I love it. But we need to be like sustainable. We need to make sure we're grounded in reality. We gotta come down. Okay. So Virgo will also check you like that too. Okay, honey, I love this for you, but you need to still clean your room. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have to be realistic with yourself. Or, child, listen, you sure don't. It's your incarnation. You have free will. But I'm saying if you want to continue to grow and expand and be open to receive all that you're really trying to manifest, are you holding on to the nostalgia from the ex? Are you codependent to a past version of yourself because it feels more comfortable to be that? These are more like deeper, harder truths. I'll defer you as well if you want to deepen into your shadow work this year, to check out and read about or book a reading with me. I'd be happy to help you as well. But we do love some self-education over here. Read about Black Moon Lilith. Being in Scorpio for the rest of the year. That's a huge placement. Not a lot of people are talking about it, and it's important. Okay? So, taking it back to... Oh, I wanted to get an Earth Magic Oracle card, too. Taking it back to the Grand Fire Trine, please be mindful that in the shadowed energy of this is that people are all going to want to scream from the mountaintops. There could be a lot of spiritual narcissism. I'm the only fucking person that's right, and y'all gonna hear today. Okay, unhealed, unchecked, crazy Sag energy, big fire. I'm gonna be the loudest one in the room, or we gonna fight type of energy. I'm ready to fight. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yep. Yep. Look, waterfall on the bottom. Effortless. Abundance is flowing through me like a river, Spirit. Yes. Y'all know we love Stephen D. Farmer over here. This is the first Oracle deck I ever had when I started my apprenticeship with my shamanic teacher. We love it. Look, he loved. Well loved. Look at that. Oh, this Oracle card traveled with me too on my journeys. Excuse me. I had to hydrate. Yeah, just stay grounded. Excuse me. You know what I heard? And what's his name's voice too? Y'all, I can't never remember his name, but he did the Fallout and he did. Y'all know he's been on everything. What's his name? Why is he in all these commercials too right now? I really don't watch a lot of TV, but I've been watching this one series and like I keep seeing him. I ain't got a dog in this fight. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name, y'all? But I'm hearing I ain't got a dog in the fight. I ain't got a dog in the fight. Now I'm like, what is his name? Also now I'm seeing Keanu Reeves. What is it, John Wick? Maybe somebody watches that. You know him and his dog. Anyway. You don't have to have a dog in the fight, honey. I promise you, you don't. Defer yourself back. Now look, hey, on the upside, there's a lot of beautiful, meditative, spiritually healing. I mean, wow, doing like the middle pillar exercises right now and circulating this galactic, this Antarctic. There's a lot of beautiful fixed star, a lot of beautiful galactic energy coming through the Sag energy, emotional heart balm, Jupiter, and Cancer. There's a lot of beautiful things. And that fire is good when you connect it with like sacred geometry of light, circulate that light around your body. Google and check out the middle pillar of light, chakra alignment. So I'm saying like healing energetic work will be greatly amplified right now. A very beautiful thing to do. Okay. Creative endeavors. Spiritually creative endeavors, artistic endeavors, traveling adventure. We've got that Jupiter Gemini axis, but child, look, I'm trying to tell you, be careful right now, okay? I ain't never going to direct no one in fear. If you're going to travel and you're walking your own journey, trust your guides and your intuition, trust your own spirit. Go on ahead and do what you're going to do. You got to live your life. Astrology and energetics and all this just like a weather forecast at the end of the day. You got to go out and live your life. You know what I'm telling you if you've ever done one-on-ones with me, but y'all, I just keep hearing it. What is his damn name? And I'm not sitting at the computer the work desk today. So, child, we just going, I ain't got a dog in the fight. You know? It's funny. Oh. Did Denzel have a dog? No, he didn't. Y'all, didn't Denzel have a dog? No, am I tripping? Am I thinking about I Am Legend? It's all this energy of like John Wick. Fucking... Because the dude in the Fallout movie, they were all walking out through the what? I'm going on a walkabout. What am I seeing? Spirit, why are we seeing that? Maybe that's part of the adventure of your expansion, is to walk forward in blind faith. This is a lot of like faith. I heard faith, dust, and what? Faith, trust, and pixie dust. Okay, but look, let's bring it back. Okay, I lost that current of energy. Let's bring it back. Forest. Breath. Okay, defer back to when things get challenging for the rest of this week. In this, I heard that song, It's Getting Sticky. Woo! Okay. Look at things in a very compassionately detached way. It's giving very, once again, hermit. It's very Virgo. I ain't got a dog in that fight. And if you're seeing or experiencing, hearing or reading something and it wells up emotion in you, what is that inspiring you to do or urging you to create or go and take action on in your own community, child? Honey, in your own, or in your house, or in your life. You know what I'm saying? Peacefully as possible. Okay, I digress. But defer back to the Virgo energy, get grounded, touch base, practice embodiment, do breath work, and say, how did that trigger me and what does it teach me about my own life and what I'm doing in my own personal work right now? And let me return to that. That is what I have the most control and effective energetics in, is right here in my present timeline. Okay, it's very Virgo. It's very mindfulness. It's very, what is this teaching me about my daily routine? What? Okay, you get what I'm saying. You got to come back and touch base with yourself. Let's go ahead and read this forest breath card. Because, honey, I got to do full moon readings. And I'm so thankful. I don't have to, I get to. You know what I'm saying? Breath. As we make our way across the meadow to the thicker parts of the forest, there's a subtle shift in the sensations in the body, one that might initially be barely perceptible but soon becomes undeniable. It's nearly impossible not to take deeper breaths. I think we're going to do the sound bowl at the end too. The richness of the forest oxygen given freely and generously from the trees, the standing ones. Child, we were talking about the trees in the beginning. I was shouted out my beautiful cedars and my junipers. I use them in different incense and powders that I make as well for protection. I use them more in the fall and the winter, but yes, I love my tree spirits. Y'all, talk to my trees. I walk over to my trees. I give offerings to them. I bet some of the people in the other, y'all, I don't really give a flying fuck. I don't. Let me tell you how many zero fucks I have to give. I'll be all in them trees, y'all. Listen. The richness of okay, I'm sorry, the standing ones, the tall ones to us, is a natural exchange for the carbon dioxide we release every time we exhale. Further, the animals of the forest participate in this exchange as well as in what is one of the most miraculous and remarkable collaborations between plants and animals that serve to help each other live and thrive. The ratio of this oxygen-carbon dioxide exchange has been in balance for millennia, but has been changing quite dramatically in the last several years as carbon dioxide levels have been rising. Yet, there are many parts of the world where we can still enjoy the refreshing and revitalizing effects of an afternoon enjoying the sights, sounds, and smells of a walk in the forest, which is what I did yesterday. I actually did not do any readings, anything. My goal was, for a ritual of sorts, was to just go have a sporadic adventure. Drove out to a place had not been to in, which is crazy to think that I had not been there in like 3, almost 4 years. One of my favorite, beautiful, gorgeous lakes filled with lovely trails. And it was just, ooh, it gave everything it needed to give. You know what I mean? I knew that I couldn't really go out and just do some crazy, woo, Sag, I have you on a crazy adventure. Let's just go. Fire trying, woo. Go now, ask for forgiveness later. Okay, but we did go. It was like a hour away. But man, it was so good. Ooh, ain't nothing. Shout out to the Southeast. And hey, Love and Light, wherever else y'all do that, ain't nothing like a summer swim in the lake now. And it's one of the good, it's a good, healthy lake. Y'all, don't make me get on my environmental science nerdiness. Y'all know, I can't be getting it like, you can't just be getting in any lake. Not no more, unfortunately, which is really fucking ridiculous. But look, let's go back to it. It really did revitalize me. It was good. Through prayer and action, we can express our gratitude to these tree beings for the many gifts they provide. Not the least of which is contributing to the very air we breathe. Child? I wish people, listen, I'm not going to get on my soapbox today, but people better be thinking, everybody always like, it's all about humanity. It's not. There's so much else going on, Lord, okay? Things are different after a walk in the forest. It's giving like grounding, because, and that makes sense. I can understand Spirit and our higher team here bringing that through because there is so much fire on the board, right? Your breathing is too shallow. I would encourage you, if you try to work with the middle pillar meditation, I would highly suggest it anytime in the remainder of this week, especially today, tomorrow. And ask for assistance from the Galactic Center. Spirit is saying when you do that, preface that work with box breathing or some sort of breath work exercise. Although it may feel natural, it's an unhealthy habit that causes the shortness of breath. When you subconsciously shorten your breath, no matter if this is habitual or triggered by some event or circumstance, it activates certain psychological and physiological signals that prepare your system for fight or flight. Ooh, child, read about your cortisol, okay? This is important. Box breathing is coming through heavily now, too. You can get apps for that if that's what you need. Even if you kudos if you take it out into nature and have some bare feet on the soil. Hey, first, you know what? Do some box breathing practices outside. And then guess what? Extra kudos if you take your shoes off and connect and do that grounding, right? Okay? She's like, this girl always trying to tell me to take my shoes off. And am. And will continue. Hold on, though, like, where are we at? Because the environmental science in me will be like, hold on. Don't actually take your shoes off there. That's not going to be good for you. Like, are we downtown? I was like, making my way downtown. And somebody's like walking. Are you in a park downtown? I don't know. I don't know if I'll take my shoes off. Can we get Love and Light? Can we get to a state park? Can we do that by our house? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about heavy metal. No, okay. Okay. When you subconsciously shorten your breath, No matter if this is habitual or triggered by some event or circumstance, it activates certain psychological and physiological signals that prepare your system for fight or flight. And let me tell you a secret. You know how we talk about that black Saturnian inverted magic and those ugly ass inverted terrible programs and things that are not organic. They are not Terra Gaia, that are not organic ascending 5D timeline, organic nature, etc. You feel me? They want you to be triggered. They want you to live in fight or flight. They want those cortisol. You get what I'm saying? All right, let me go back. Another conditioned response to perceived danger is to hold your breath. This is your survival response, although it does not serve you to do so. So breathe. Inhale deeply. Regardless of your concerns, worries, or problems, inhale deeply, then let it go. Next, allow yourself to breathe a little deeper and slower a few times. Fuck around and oxygenate your cells real good. And then speak I am statements to yourself while you do that, and ask the light to be alive and circulating through your energetic fascia system of electromagnetics while you get that oxygen going all around your spine and in your blood. Fuck around and find out, please. Okay. Talk about I will expand. I know you will. Listen. Remember that every breath you inhale is a gift, and every breath you exhale is a gift. The forest is a clear reminder of how this works. Yes. Yes. You know what? I do. What else are we going to do before we go? It's a little bit longer today, but I don't care. Okay. Oh yeah. We've been stuck on this. We're going to do a daily crystal as well. I'm hearing, shoot. What is that? Shoot, shoot, be-doop. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Y'all, what is that? Oh, there comes a point when you will exhale, hell, hell, no, shoot, shoot, be-doop. Y'all know what I'm talking about? This Azurite card has been stalking me too, y'all. Get laser focus. What is it, my friend? One of my channelers and readers, I love to watch her. She says, get clear. Get clear, friend. She says it every time before she pulls cards. So every time I see that Azurite, get focused. Ooh, child. Sagittarius, stay focused, I'm telling you. Look at this one. I feel like it just popped right out for us. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have? Okay. That is beautiful and juicy and wonderful. I have a golden healer specimen too. Golden healer quartz, open the door. Rhodochrosite came through for someone else's reading. Big heart chakra energy. Hold on, we'll read it. I'm going to show you. Where's she at? Where you at, girl? Oh, I have two. I got two pieces. Is this my bumble? Oh, I forgot I had a bumblebee jasper. Y'all, let me come back. Look, my bumblebee jasper was calling out to me. Maybe that's resonant for someone. Bumblebee jasper. I have another piece sitting right here, though. Where you want to go, girl? Look, can we just get into it? Yes. This was sitting. I kept this out just like this because it sat through all of my... The Ankh was on the candles, too. It sat through all of my abundance rituals. Whoop! That's my North Node, my little Taurus charm there. Bull gang gang. Oh, but here are my golden healer pieces. Shout out to Meg, my beautiful, lovely friend who I get most of my crystals to. Also, Leslie is amazing too. But, yes, get into it with golden healer. We're going to put them out. They said, hi. Okay. Golden healer quartz. Let's read about her. She's so pretty. Y'all, it's alphabetical. Why am I struggling? I'm sorry. Hold on. Here we go. Open the door. Take it easy. You're ready to begin the process towards some form of healing. Think about an aspect of your life that is calling for your attention. Unlock the door. I'm seeing 5 of Pentacles. That's always my card as a significator of like when one door closes, another door opens. Maybe that's you trying to unlock this abundance flows into my life like a river. I heard, shut my mouth and done and deliver like a river. Okay. Unlock the door in your subconscious mind so you can remember and overcome any experiences or feelings you may have blocked out. Ooh, maybe this is opening a door that something from your subconscious wants to shout out. If you're a mutable sign too, or if your chart is mutable sign heavy, I don't know, I'm seeing it flowing through like a river and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to drown in this. But you're not. You have the buoyancy of Jupiter and Cancer. It's important for you to let something flow out of you, to tap into this river, right? Maybe it's like a blockage in your flow of abundance or prosperity or opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to acknowledge these emotions and then let your healing journey begin. Remember to take it slow and easy as you uncover the parts of yourself that need healing and as you embrace a better, stronger you on the other side of the door. In which area of your life are you ready to begin your healing journey? What can you do to make yourself comfortable as you open the door to healing? What are small steps you can take to begin the process? Affirm, I begin my healing journey. Today, choose one area of your life that could use an extra dose of healing. Take 5 minutes to tap into your subconscious and freely write about all of your feelings. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So Golden Healer is the gemstone. And last but not least, I think we will also pull an Essential Oils Oracle card. This is Dennis Moick. I hope I'm saying that right. I really love this one, you guys. It's a little different than I expected. I've said that before, but I love everything that it's really giving on each card. You can get mantras, you can get chakras, all kinds of things. They are hard to shuffle. They're really big. I think I can shuffle them because I'm just used to all different sizes of cards, but they hard to shuffle, ain't even gonna lie. So normally I just kind of spread them out and just pick one. Okay. Oregano. Okay. Oregano. However vulnerable and delicate it may seem, when the healing soul of the oregano plant reveals itself. You know, oregano, look, child, you know I had my aromatherapy days and I got these certifications and studied all kind of oils and everything. This, whoop, y'all, sorry. Your girl is clumsy. Okay. Oregano. Okay. I grow oregano, but oregano is amazing for so many. Child, just read into it. So many different things, okay? However vulnerable and delicate it may seem, when the healing soul of the oregano plant reveals itself, its aim is to light the fire of transformation and action inherent in you. Nothing is what it seems, which is why oregano may sometimes turn parts of your world upside down. You need passion and perceptiveness to see through self-sabotage and change the beliefs and attitudes that are holding you back. Ooh, this whole reading has really given a lot of bust open the doors, remove the self-limiting beliefs, removing obstacles. We even talked about, I was using a road opener. We talked about road opening. Yeah, it's still giving, okay? What ambition burns within you? How can you express this blazing strength? Okay? Child on a fire trine, no less. Listen, the fire of transformation. I surrender to transformation with confidence. Oregano can free you from a sense of paralysis and smallness. I'm seeing, okay, what? Spirit is showing me a combustion engine. Okay, I get it. We have air elements coming into play. We've got all this fire getting fueled up in this fire trine. Okay, combustion. Okay, something like this. Spirit is trying to show me. I surrender to transformation with confidence. transformation in transitional times can be really challenging because listen, honey, like at one time a whole ass you has died or is trying to die, and then you're also we came out of that big Pisces portal. Remember, it was like, oh, we're all, it was like the head is crowning, and then the planets will swing back into Pisces, and it was like, oh, we're in Aries. So now we're full on. We're full out the portal. Okay, we got to embrace. We're embracing. We're I'm seeing like a baby giraffe trying to walk. Like, I feel you. Okay. It is hard because it's transitional. And that's just how those times are. A 9-year is so beautiful because it means a lot of different things. And it is pause. It is slower. It is reflective. It's also beautiful for harvesting, for cleansing, detoxing, and purifying. But you know that it's going to lead you to a 10, which starts us back at 1. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. It's like we're fucking doing a lot in 1 year. I know we are. I know. Okay. Oregano can free you from a sense of paralysis and smallness. Its warming effects can reinvigorate and ward off exhaustion, giving you the energy. Spirit is pressing me to reiterate, if you're listening, this is a message for you. Oregano is something. Check it out for your health. Please always consult a nutritionist, consult a homeopathic person, consult a holistic, consult your practitioner. I have to say that as a disclaimer, but I'm hearing for someone like health related, check out, read about, educate yourself about oregano oils, and just anyway. Ward off exhaustion, giving you energy needed to achieve your goal. Use oregano oil whenever you feel exhausted or burned out to re-energize and restore your vitality. Apply it diluted to the soles of your feet in the mornings and diffuse the oil at intervals during the day while you focus your intention on transformation. Huge. I've worked with oregano before too. It's amazing. And also, listen, not just essential oils too, but like cook with it. Obviously, it's a very common herb, but like make the intention to include it and ask it when you include it, or heat activate it, or cook with it, or put it in your salad, or whatever you're doing with it. Speak to the plant and ask it to be activated to help you on your path. Apply it, dilute. Okay. Aspects: fire, transformation, letting go of certain beliefs and attitudes, overcoming boundaries and any inclination towards self-sabotage, providing energy, vitality, and a strong natural antibiotic. Chakra, the solar plexus chakra. Very nice. Very nice. All right, you guys, this is what I have for astrology and tarot, the full moon in Sag. I hope you guys are enjoying this energy. Take good care and stay grounded. All right, I look forward to talking to you soon. Love you. Bye.